advantage to Auckland here, but they want to try. Gibson will struggle to get through that lot, and so they get a penalty.
8.
Nick Williams, the man penalised.
The goal line, you're in front.
And what are they going to do? They tapped a while back and got a try.
Take the points, don't you? Yeah.
Yep. Xavier Rush says, and he is the captain. No captaincy by committee in this version of the Auckland team.
What a lot of PC rubbish that was. I'll tell you what, I think Muliaina might have butchered that. I think he had a couple of guys on the outside of him. They were running straight lines. This is where the penalty probably comes from. It was about 4 phases before this maybe, but he went on his own. He didn't slide through. I think it was just a draw and pass situation, and I think Auckland could have been in the corner.
Well, here's Spencer just to the right of the posts. He has missed it. Well, a rueful smile on his face and a real spray from the Harbour bench. See, Anthony Tuitavaki, he enjoyed that. Carlos Spencer, he has missed that from just a few metres to the right of the posts, and he's getting it from the crowd.
Well, he might be getting it from some of his team members. They're all back at halfway. They had to run back up the field for the 22.
Yeah, that's embarrassing, isn't it, when you have to do that? McAllister gets rid of it. Let off for Harbour. Nathewa. Muliaina again looking to take the defence on.
Stay here.
Now Spencer decides maybe kicking's not too flash, I'll have a run. And away he goes. Carlos Spencer just finds another gear. Still going. Mialamu has it on the 22. And Auckland have got a big lineup.
Everyone down.
Well, I think the word's mercurial, isn't it, TJ? Someone that can perform so poorly in 1 second and then so brilliantly the next.
I'm sure that's not what those guys on the Harbour bench were calling him, but yeah, mercurial.
Yeah.
Having Nick Williams on, who made sure that even after the pass went, he gave him his dues, paid his respects.
Well, he'd run a long way to catch him.
Hold here.
Auckland, though, they're running a bit hot now. Spencer's got his gander up. He might not kick, but he can run.
Now he looks to the flat pass to Tui Tupo, struggles through the first and keeps going. That's inspirational stuff for his teammates. Now Gibson chopping back as Mialamu.
Ruck! Stay there.
Well, it's turned into a real ding-dong contest this now.
And roll out!
Spencer, Atinga, Ben Atinga, brilliant! Well, that's the sort of stuff that saw him called into the All Blacks last year at World Cup time. Ben Atinga scores the try that puts Auckland back in front.
Well, this is just wonderful play. You can talk about defences, but he just stood them up clean. You know, I'm critical of guys who can't tackle one-on-one, but that's a bit of class. Those are big steps. You can see Evans didn't even move. He just studied. He was ready for the tackle. And isn't it great to see a midfield back in New Zealand stepping players? We see it to Tui Tupo quite often, but I think they're stepping guys rather than trying to bash their way through them. So Auckland have come back, and they've been a bit relentless. They've been getting some quick ruck ball. Harbour's defence has been really solid, but boy, it's getting stretched at the moment.
Change of kicker. Tinga has been given the job. Spencer doesn't want to know about it. Oh, they've almost charged that one. And he's put that wide. Well, that was tremendous. I think that's the replacement halfback it was. Ben Myers come onto the field and he has sprinted out and he's put enough pressure on Atinga and he's missed it. This was brilliant.
Another change to the Harbour midfield.
Sorry.
Andrew Millai's on.
4 for Auckland.
And the Jose Gear change obviously saw Rico Gear come in from the wing, so they've had a positional change as well. Rico Gear's gone to centre.
And Brad Mika coming off for Mosi Tuialii. Yes, I think the arrival of Andrew Miley might have something to do with the fact that their midfield defence has been broken a couple of times of late, Richard.
Yeah, I think maybe just the from an organisational perspective, TJ, with the change from Rico Gear going into centre after having spent 65 minutes on the wing.
And release there.
Mialamu has it and has to work hard on his own 22. Spencer, flat pass out to Ward. Boy, he kicks it off downfield, and now Nick Evans has it, beats the first one. Now he needs some support, and it's there. Picked up by Dusto, driving ahead with help from Coughlin. Ben Meyer reaches in. Away it goes to McAllister, now operating in the pivot position. Miley, oh, clever release to Rico Gear. He's going to have Muliaina on. Oh, brilliant again. We're seeing some real quality stuff now. Muliaina will rue the missed tackle, but Rico Gear has scored a try. And it's again all locked up.
Well, that was just brilliant. The offload was absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look at this. Couple of big passes, and they had to be. Newby was in the action. That's fantastic. That takes Rokothoko out of play. Now, Muliaina's just waiting his time. He's not slow, Muliaina. But Rico Gear is on fire, and he doesn't go anywhere near the touchline. That's outstanding.
Well, he did everything right, Rico Gear. You can see the inside arm free for the fend. Uses the speed. There's the fend. He got a bit of his jersey, but then the strength took over and got him there.
But isn't it great to see a winger who just backs himself on the outside up against one of the classiest defenders we've probably got in New Zealand?
That's a bonus point try too for Harbour.
Thanks, mate.
And this time the kick from the sideline is to put Harbour in front. It's over! 34-32.
Brett Wilson off. Rodney Villiers taking his spot.
Well, it's anyone's now with 8 minutes to play.
Stay 7. Stay there.
Harbour, they haven't won too many of these. It's 10 years since they won their first one. It was on this ground. The hero of the day was Walter Little. Oh, Joe Rokothoko, what a brilliant take. Muliaina. How did he hang on to that? That was incredible.
Maybe that's why Frank Kasiga's here.
Now on the short side, Rokothoko again throws a big dummy, spins out of the tackle of Dusto.
And roll out, Red. Stay here. Stay.
Now coming for Gibson to Spencer. Now the heat goes on Auckland. They've been in front all game. And now with 8 minutes to play, they've lost the lead. Tuiali'i ranging out wide, offloads it. Williams straight ahead.
Roll out. 16.
Coming for Gibson. Spencer. Tui Tupou throws himself at the defence and then looks for the offload, but he's found big Tony Coughlin.
Leave it blue. Stay.
Now Meyer has it, McAllister screaming for it, and there's going to be no mucking around inside their own 22 now for Harbour.
Nice work.
Joe Rokothoko struggling down here in front of me, doing the calf and hammy stretch thing.
Yes, might be tying up a bit. He's got involved as much as he can. Well, Richard, you'll remember that game 10 years ago. Walter Little was the man who did it right at the end, but that was a milestone win for Harbour. Can they repeat it today?
Hold there.
They'll have some defending to do though. Ben Artinga, who scored that brilliant try not so long ago. Now Gibson, Spencer, onto Muliaina, who would have thought he'd done everything he could to cover Rico Gear in that last try. Forrest steaming forward.
Roll out. Go back 19. Thank you.
Gibson onto Spencer, juggles it and then runs into a couple of big guys who are quite happy to wrap him up. Mialamu unloads it to Muliaina. Now Rokothoko, and nicely done by Daniel Braid to rip the ball away and keep it going. To Spencer now, out into centre field and Rush trying to step.
Release, come back. Yeah, good.
They bring it back. And Tom Moipia was there.
Roll out.
Well, the intensity, the tackling's still there. Out it goes to Tuiali'i, just heading across field a little, then straightening. 2 points in it. Spencer brings it back and is hit hard in the tackle and doesn't release and is penalised. And suddenly seems like there's a lot of North Harbour fans in the crowd.
Yeah, well, it's composure time now for both teams. All the pressure is now on Auckland. So they're the ones that have got to be creative, and they're the ones that have got to score the points. So Harbour just need to keep their composure, make their one-on-one tackles, and play the game down in Auckland's territory. Auckland, all the work in front of them now.
Sound like a former North Harbour captain talking there, Todd.
Oh, I'm pretty excited, TJ, it's fair to say.
Why wouldn't you be? They look a bit of a rabble early on in this game. They just made costly mistakes in their own territory, and they gave Auckland a big head start.
Hey, come down. Come down. Yeah.
But they're just 4 minutes away from their first win of the season.
18, get in.
Gusto throws, and Steve Jackson, what a good man to bring on late in the game.
Get out of there,
Solid at the front of the line out. Meyer rips it away. McAllister. Andrew Milo, that tremendous offload to create the opportunity for Rico Gear.
Stay there.
Loose ball. That has been tidied up by Harbour. Now they've got to free it.
Stay there.
Not a great pass to Nick Evans, but he picks it up.
And release, Rock. Stay 8.
Now Rudy Wolf goes in to play halfback. McAllister is looking for some space. He's kicked that over Rokothoko's head. And he's given chase to Rokotoko. Oh, he slips. And he's got caught here, and he's lost the ball. If Harbour can free this, they could just about wrap the game up. The referee says knock on.
Roll forward.
Harbour had men to spare on the left, but they couldn't free it. Great chase of his own kick by McAllister.
It was a great chase because he got there. That's the first important thing, but he didn't go too fast into Rokotoko. Rokotoko thought he'd try and just spin away from him. Often if you rush up here, the player can beat you, but he didn't. He was flat-footed. Rokotoko slipped, and they had the numbers there. Look at the numbers from North Harbour. So this is an opportunity for North Harbour. They've got the scrum. They've got a few good options. Their backs are out the back. There they are. They're having a chat. Newbie's out there as well. He'll be putting a fair bit of say into this as well. Wouldn't be surprised if they try and set a target in midfield.
Well, it's all going their way at the moment, Drakey, because there's a gale just sprung up and it's howling straight into the backs of the Harbour boys.
All the Harbour backs are away to the left.
Stay down. Straight up.
Well, Williams was away, but the referee says we'll have another scrum. Harbour won't mind that.
Stand up, please. Okay, I've asked you a couple of times.
Scrum seems to have steadied a bit since Tony Woodcock switched to the tight head side.
There's no ball. Hold here. Engage. Up. Easy, 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 easy. Easy.
Well, Kevin Milami's not giving up.
Guys, we need a bit of self-discipline and cooperation here, please.
Gee, he's had a good game. I've been impressed with him.
That's easy for Bryce Lawrence to say. 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go, 2 points in it.
Oh, that's a big scrum from Auckland.
Williams has picked it up though.
Roll out.
He's done well, and Coughlin puts his head down.
And release blue.
Harbour have it, and time is ticking away. Newby standing in the tackle. Coughlin in again to help him.
Release 8. Ball only.
It's coming for Meyer. And I think the forwards have just decided if they can run the clock down by keeping it in hand, they'll do that.
And roll off.
Williams this time.
Leave it there. Stay up.
Harbour spent too much time in this part of the field in the first half.
Come on, get it out. Stay there.
Quite happy to be there now.
Stay there. Stay.
Again, they just give it to Williams.
Roll out 18.
Ball security, that's what it's all about now.
And leave it 19. Roll. Leave it.
Ben Meyer
Stay.
screaming for a penalty there. Now he calls the forwards up. This is smart play. Not leaving anything to chance. Just tying it up. They're into the last minute.
Yeah, TJ, we were critical of them in the first half for being too expensive. This is all they need to do.
Well,
I think if you're a Harbour winger, you could probably go and have a shower.
That passage of play hardly went anywhere, but it might just have won the game for them in a way.
Let's have the ball.
Well, I think it has. Auckland basically going to have to get a tight head.
Boy, you think about the value of those kicks from Luke McAllister from wide out, and a missed penalty from almost in front by Auckland.
Use it.
Scrum screws.
Down. Here it is. Stay there, 10.
Boy, that looks like it's gone right round. McAllister. Luke McAllister. He'll go upstairs, but it won't matter.
TMO.
The game is Harbour's, surely.
Is it grounded? Is it lost forward?
It might cost Auckland a bonus point. The siren is gone.
Yeah, by the look of him, I don't know. He's shrugging his shoulders. I don't think he got it down before he went over the in-goal touch, but let's have a quick look at this. There he is there. Well,
I think he put that down on the line.
Yeah.
Chris Pollock is the man upstairs. Let's have a look and see. I think he's put that down on the line, hasn't he?
Yes.
Which is in touch, which means it's no try.
What time have you got, mate? 2-5.
Need to have another look at that, I think. This is the one that'll tell.
Bit of both.
Just needs to cut any part of the line, and it's not a try. Here's the decision.
In touch and goal. Okay, so how are we restarting? Okay, and is there time left for the 22? As soon as I blow, let them have the 22 and then blow it, okay? Sorry? The who? Okay, so are we having the 22? No? It's out there. It's full time.
Harbour have come back to win the Battle of the Bridge. 10 years after scoring their first win over Auckland, they've come back to Eden Park, and they deserve a lot of credit for the way they fought back from a messy start to win at 34.
ITM post-analysis.
What a game. North Harbour winning 34-32 over Auckland. It really was a close game all the way through, but that last conversion by Luke McAllister, who kicked a blinder today, sealed the victory. All right, let's go down and talk to Luke McAllister, who is a very, very happy young 21-year-old.
Yeah, well, North Harbour standout player today, inside centre Luke McAllister. Luke, awesome finish. You'll be pretty pleased with the performance of the lads today.
Yeah, it's always good to have a win against Auckland. We don't get many, and we'll take it and have a good night tonight. But it was a tough game. Forwards fronted up in that last half. We had a first half we didn't really want to remember, but we had a clean slate in the second half and managed to bring it home pretty strong.
Yeah, it seemed to be a bit wayward there in the first half. Put yourselves under a lot of pressure in your own 22. What was the game plan going into the game? What were you thinking inside the 22 on defence?
I think our game plan was right, but just the execution was wrong. But we managed to just forget about that and move on in the second half, which we did.
Okay, rally fans, from 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon we have the Rally of Japan highlights, and after that Hamish Mackay will give you all the action from Mount Maunganui as Canterbury take on Bay of Plenty and try and lift the shield. That is going to be an absolute cracker of a game.